Okay, so we got to decide on whether to send all our recyclable waste to China. Me and Teddy think that it's a good idea for a couple reasons. First, being that it's very cost effective, and it's not really our responsibility as a corporation to act ethically as we decide, because it is legally allowed to do that. And so we kind of have a duty to our shareholders to do so if it'll help the company. It also solves a problem because we do have all this waste and there's not really the means or other solution to do it within the US that would make feasible sense. And everyone else is doing it. There's 180 something companies that do it. Also, we send 7 million tons of plastic from the US every year to China, and so I mean what we're sending would really just not really make a huge difference in the grand scheme of things. And it's really better than just going to a landfill where it'll eventually just be burned, where that uses energy, and also it's just cheaper to send it overseas.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely better to just sell the plastic to the Chinese rather than sort it out over here. We actually make money in the process. Also, companies from China pay us for the plastic, and they actually make money, and we're able to provide jobs for the Chinese in the countryside. Even like the first female billionaire was actually she created a recycling company that bought all her plastic.
Sounds good. Yeah, that's perfect. That's why. What do you guys have to say about it?
I'm not really agree like sending the trash to the China, because like this will create like the children labor issue in China, and I would say that it seems that like you send the trash to China makes your country feel like very effective and economical, but for China it's create the works for like the farms, but that's not very good work. They work very hard and to very dangerous, since like your trash is always with some danger chemical stuffs, and also their working place is really dirty since it's always with trash, and also their salary is really low for the workers to do. Maybe it's like 1 cent for almost like 1 kilograms of plastic, and they have like work about 12 hours a day, and their children are forced to work with them. So and moreover that the children cannot get education because they do not have enough money, and they cannot do not have time to get the educations. So and also they are like the children girls place is very dangerous. They play with trash. Some trash is also like some medical trash without the without to like kill the bacteria. So like they will be like dangerous, and they will have some disease. And also since like the farmers, the plastic is always like the farmers be the man to like get deal with the plastics, so they don't have some awareness about environmental issue. So they will like burn the trash in the public and throw the trash everywhere in the lake, the farm, always like polluting all the farms, crops, which is bad for the environment. They don't know because they do not care it a lot. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree with Guangzhou too. So like he said, it causes very bad environmental issues like pollution, which is like unhealthy for humans, animals, and plants, and it can cause serious illness like cancer and diseases, and like it's just all in all terrible. And plants in general, they won't be able to like grow and thrive in like that type of environment because it's unhealthy, and like the soil will not like be good for them. And then animals will mistake the plastic as food, so like when they consume it, they will consume plastic, which is not like sufficient for their diet, and it cause them to starve and die eventually. And then in general, living around pollution is just dangerous because you can breathe all the odors from the burning of plastic, and it can cause, like I said before, serious diseases that can cause death. And then humans, when they eat the animals actually contain the consume the plastic, and eventually that means the humans are also consuming plastic because the things they're eating is eating plastic. And then China, doesn't like even want the trash, but the major countries like the U.S. are just sending their trash just for them to deal with. So I think it's just we shouldn't send our trash to China because it's just all in all a terrible thing. So what do y'all think about Guangzhou and I's idea about not sending the trash to China?
Yeah, so based off some of your ideas and some of the things you guys brought up, maybe we should be looking for another solution. Even if it does cost a little bit more, some of the things look pretty catastrophic, and it's pretty important that we stop doing that. What do you think?
Yeah, I also do agree that we should find another way. Also, the fact that China is now reducing importing our plastic is a problem, and no other country is sort of can deal with the amount of trash that we give to them. We'll have to find like another way to deal with it.
Okay, so I think we're all in favor of finding a different solution, right?
Yeah.
All right, perfect.
Hi, Cry. Take a seat.
Hello,
I
Mr.
do feel that.
Hello, Mr. President. So the group and I talked today about the trash issue, and we all agreed that we don't want to send our trash to China anymore. What do you think about it?
I also agree with you, Karai. I'm really glad that you and the group have agreed on not taking the trash to China. It's actually causing really bad environmental issues. I'm thrilled that we're taking the initiative to find a better solution also. The imported trash, in my eyes, represents people who are just waiting for others to solve their problems because either they're too lazy or they're just uneducated on the subject. If people claim that they're active in the environmental revival, real actions must be taken. Waiting around for others to solve problems is one of the reasons why minimal positive work is being done in our environment. And I think what we're doing is something that can really turn for the better for our world and for our society.
And as a matter of fact,